Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we uncover the hidden stories within corporate filings. Today we're diving into Liberty Broadband, and let's just say things got a bit of a restructuring. This is an 8K filing, which means it's reporting a big event that's important to shareholders. Think of it as a company announcing a major life change, like getting married or, well, spinning off a part of itself. The main event happened around mid-July 2025. We're talking about Liberty Broadband, a company involved in media and communications. They have different classes of stock, like Series A common stock, Series C common stock, and even some special preferred stock. Each of these might have slightly different voting rights or perks. The big news here is that Liberty Broadband completed a spin-off. Imagine if a big company decided to give away a piece of itself to its owners, making that piece its own independent company. That's exactly what happened. On July 14, 2025, Liberty Broadband officially spun off its subsidiary GCI Liberty. This means GCI Liberty is now its own separate publicly traded company. How did they do it? For every whole share of Liberty Broadband stock you owned on June 30th, you got a fraction of a share of GCI Liberty stock. So if you had 5 shares of Liberty Broadband, you might have gotten 1 share of GCI Liberty. It's like getting a bonus stock. So GCI Liberty is now on its own, managing its own businesses and debts. Whenever a company does a spin-off, there are always important agreements to sort out how things will work between the old parent and the new independent company. First, there's a tax sharing agreement. This is super important because it spells out who pays what when it comes to taxes. It basically divides up the tax responsibilities between Liberty Broadband and GCI Liberty going forward. Then there's a tax receivables agreement. This one deals with any money the company might get back from past taxes or how they handle future tax credits. It's all about making sure the tax money is handled fairly between the two companies. Now, big corporate events like spin-offs often shake up leadership too. Liberty Broadband appointed a new president and CEO, Martin E. Patterson, starting from that effective time of the spin-off. And with that exciting promotion, the previous president and CEO, John C. Malone, stepped down from those roles. But don't worry, he's still sticking around as the chairman of the board, which is a pretty big deal. He's like the guiding light for the company. Mr. Patterson has a lot of experience having been a senior vice president at other related companies like Liberty Media, the Atlanta Braves, and QVC. So he's definitely got the resume for the job. The company also made some internal rule changes. They tweaked their bylaws, which are like the company's internal rule book. One significant change is that it's no longer required for the CEO and president to also be on the board of directors. This can give more flexibility in choosing leader, maybe bringing in outside expertise without needing to also be on the board. And now for the part many of you are waiting for, the financial picture after such a big move. Since the spin-off was a major event, they've provided what's called pro forma financial information. Think of this as a what-if scenario for their finances. It shows what their financial statements would look like if the spin-off had already happened earlier. This is done to give investors a clearer picture of the company's ongoing business without the operations of GCI Liberty. Let's look at their pro forma condensed consolidated balance sheet as of March 31, 2025, from the pro forma condensed consolidated statement of operations for the first 3 months of 2025, and their pro forma consolidated statement of operations for the full year of 2024. That, unfortunately, this filing doesn't contain the actual detailed tables of numbers we can directly analyze for revenue, profit, or debt levels immediately after the spin-off in this section. However, the fact that they're providing this pro forma data shows they are being transparent about how the separation impacts their financial picture. They are painting a picture of what Liberty Broadband looks like as a standalone entity moving forward, separating it from the operations of GCI Liberty. We typically see more specific numbers in subsequent filings after the dust has settled from such a major event. And then there's a list of all the supporting documents filed with this report. This is the actual document showing the change to their internal rules about who can be CEO. This is the actual contract for sharing taxes. And this is the agreement for how they handle certain tax money. This is the official press release they put out about the spin-off completion. Companies issued these to share the news broadly, and this is the financial guesswork we just talked about. This shows who officially signed off on this report for Liberty Broadband, in this case Brittany A. Uthoff, a vice president. So what's the big takeaway here? Liberty Broadband has successfully spun off GCI Liberty, making both companies independent entities. Leadership has been shuffled with a new CEO coming in, and the company has updated its internal rules. While we don't have precise financial numbers from this specific filing to crunch live, the pro forma statements are out, giving us a glimpse into their new standalone financial identity. The key here is that Liberty Broadband is now focused on its core business, free from the operations of GCI Liberty. This can often lead to more streamlined operations and a clearer strategy for both companies. The management change suggests a fresh start and a new direction under Mr. Patterson. The risk, as always with spin-offs, is ensuring that both companies have adequate resources and that the separation doesn't create unforeseen operations and a clearer strategy for both companies. The management change suggests a fresh start and a new direction under Mr. Patterson. The risk, as always with spin-offs, is ensuring that both companies have adequate resources and that the separation doesn't create unforeseen operational hiccups or disputes over shared costs or intellectual property. Alright, that's our breakdown of Liberty Broadband's latest filing. What's your take on these changes and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.